Hi, I'm Spantifical. This is Part 2 of the Real Endgame's Ald Velothi Harbor House Housing Competition Tours. We are on PCEU today. We have about 10 more contestants to get to, so let's get started. This is RilisXXL's entry, a normal home for a character in the game. A Dunmer lives here. He is a warrior and explorer. Okay, so this is looking a little bit more like Ald Velothi. So you can see just the difference between some of the other houses that we've toured, what they have done to the original house. All right, we have the merchant in a well. I'm going to explore this side before we go up the steps. That door is just another exit of the home, so you don't need to explore that. This is the basalt pool that we saw in the other house that was blocking the basement, for those that wanted to get an idea of what size it is. I have this beautiful floral arrangement here. Little thinking spot. Training dummy. Or anything back over here? Looks like maybe. Possibly. We've got some stairs added. The blue. Okay, we've got cobbled antiquities. This is really neat. Okay, so we have the Vvardenfell 6-house table, which is a fairly easy antiquity to get in Vvardenfell. And then we have the brazier, the blue flame brazier, whatever it's called. I think that's out of, is it Betnik? For just killing mobs. It's difficult to get. It's a rare drop. And then we have the Sylvanari sapstone, which looks like a wreath with some amber in the middle. And they're just cobbled together. So these, all three items are free. Just take some time in the antiquity system. That's really neat. And I like the mushroom used as a canopy. And of course, we're taking full advantage of the view, which I love. Sometimes it's sad when decorating a house that you know that there's a beautiful view, and sometimes you just have to block it off, and it kind of stinks. But I like when you can incorporate the natural beauty of the home into your build in some way. Got these giant mushrooms in the game that are phenomenal. You like the subtle flex of a rare but obtainable drop? Yes. I like the extra patio space here. It's nice. Oh, hello. What do we have here? We have a flower border. Some crafting stations. Where is this house? It is in the very northwest corner of Vvardenfell. The one you might be thinking of that's close to Vivek is Amalaya Lake Lodge. This one's way up here, near the Ursulaku Camp Way Shrine. The Daedric Enchanting Station back here. Another antiquity item. But yes, it is in Vvardenfell. I'm very sad I did not get more of these window boxes when they came to the Lux vendor. Look how different they look just by what people have put in them, right? So, versatile item that I did not get nearly enough of. Of course, we added some things to the exterior of the house. Sorry, slight interruption from the kiddo. More of the Tales of Tribute tapestries. Oh, so they did the same thing with the basalt pool. They turned it into a water feature. So one of the issues that we have in ESO housing is that there's a limit to the number of items you can put in a house. And sometimes the houses are so big that there's no way to fill them with a number of items and make it look full. And then even on the smaller houses, when you do things like this that incorporate so many different items, or when you have lots of cobbles, and remember cobble is when you take multiple items to make one. So if you're using 6 items to make a window, you're not going to have as many items for other things. And one of the solutions to that problem, rather than having something just look bare, is to block off areas. And this is one of the ways people are doing it in this contest. And I love when the blocked off area looks very, very intentional. We have a study in here. Lots of dwarven elements, clockwork elements. Okay, and we have, that's brilliant. These are 2 Vvardenfell 6 house tables turned upside down, and then the dividers are used like they're part of a bookshelf. 6 house ritual table. Again, that's that antiquity from Vvardenfell. And the skull here is an antiquity as well. A guide to Dwemer megastructures. That is perfectly fitting. Do like when the book matches the scene. And now we have so many more books to choose from. I love it. This special book? Nope, doesn't seem to be. So that was very fitting. More Dwemer elements. I like it. This is an interesting cobble. So this part back here, this arched shape, is a much longer structure, and it is a new antiquity from Clockwork City called Clockwork Wall Gears. It's actually really easy to get just by killing things in Clockwork City. I think it drops from any loot table, but it is one of our newest antiquities, and it's super useful. And I don't know if you can hear it. The music's kind of loud, but it makes a whirring, clicking sound. Which, I mean, sound effects add to a build, right? And then it's cobbled with this Dwemer furnace. The fountain as a sink. Our little dining room here. Oh. Hi, Mary. So here's our Vvardenfell relief. It's got water too. Well, that's neat. So it's Vivek's divination pool, which I believe is crown store only. I think it's part of a set, a bundle. And then the Vvardenfell scale model, which you can get from the grave rubbings from furnishing pack. Yeah. Thought so. Very nice. A couple reliefs. Like the yellow stones in those. Close our doors behind us. Just good manners. Let's see what's upstairs. Well, we have our storage chests. More dwarven elements. It looks like he is looking for the right book. That is cute. I haven't noticed anybody using music boxes in any of these builds. Has that fallen out of vogue? The Cliff Strider song. That fits. Vvardenfell. Oh. That looks kind of sad. That looks like a memorial. Anybody else getting that vibe too? That it looks like a memorial? A picture with a helmet and an urn and candles lit. Yeah. It says a person who lives here is a warrior and an explorer. I like houses with a story. Eating area. Oh, I like the way they did the lamp with the two Vvardenfell stalks. Almost like a street lamp look. Oh, we've got the floating crystal. Nice. Very nice. Something real quick. Of course, we've got this cobbled lamp incense burner thing. Just some... I like how this kind of... you don't even really need to see it, but it created some ambient lighting. We've got those down there that just kind of give a glow to that and create some backlighting. I noticed it, but I didn't mention, and I wanted to come back to this. These flower boxes here, this whole thing. This is a Silt Strider shell hollow, which I believe is an achievement item you can buy in Vivec once you have the achievement. It looks really cool here. I don't know that I've seen it as a window box before. Quite like that. And of course it fits the Vvardenfell feel, right? And then we filled in the box with some kelp and some sea sponge, which are things that you can fish. Of course, this is hollow. But it doesn't look hollow when you look at it from a distance, right? You appreciate the glowies? Absolutely. And unlike the other one that we saw that used the basalt pool to block off the basement, this person chose to leave the outside ring of the pool, which is really cool because it adds just this extra element that separates off this little seating area from the rest of the build. I like that. All right, let me score this one. All right, this is Cyber Queen 01's entry. It's always difficult for me to write a description for other people because my English isn't that good. So a short version. A little hobbit chose to live in another world named Tamriel. He loves mushrooms very much, and so Vvardenfell is a perfect new home. Well, we understood that just fine. This is pretty. I always love when people use the blooming ginkgo because it drops the little petals. Adds some nice movement and some nice spring to a build. Oh, we have the pack donkey. Oh, what other critters do we have here? We have some pigs. And a rooster. Can't go in. Okay. Love the little hee-haws of the donkey. So cute. We definitely have a nice little feast here. Did there used to be more chickens? I don't know. I like the sunken doors to give it more of a gate feel. Let's go inside. Oh, hello. They blocked off the whole back area and made this cozy little entry library seating. Very cool. Very nice. I love all the rounded doorways. A little hobbit home. Hobbit home with a giant sword. Fantastic. Plenty of alcohol. Hobbits are small, so they don't need much space. This is true. And it's a great way to utilize the space they do have in this home, right? Lovely sink. Cooking fire. Prep area. Pantry. Got a nice pantry here. I think they use the shed for this. Yeah, the Hlalu shed. Very nice. Another study. This hobbit likes his books. Another cozy fire. This whole build is very cozy. Our bed. We have lots of Eleanor here. I love that there's so much food. In Lord of the Rings, the hobbits were always hungry. Yes. Did they always keep piles of gold in their bathrooms? An interesting choice, and I'm not... There's got to be a reference, right? That I'm just not getting. Does anybody know? Those are hobbit nuggets? Money laundering. Bilbo might... He loved his shinies. Okay. Oh. What is that? Oh, trophies Amaja. Interesting. Create a little bauble here for the table. I like that. Back through here. Back through the kitchen. This is very well done. You heard of the goose that laid golden eggs? Well, you found the hobbit who? No. No. Bilbo did like to read, so I could see this as bag end. Okay. More coins on the nightstand. Very nice. I like this. And it fits even with the weird shape of this house. They did a really good job laying this out. Very nice. Okay, let me score this one and we'll move on. So this is HachikoChan's entry. It's a Japanese street view. There's no other details given. But yeah. This right here is pretty much HachikoChan's bread and butter. So flags and lanterns. Oh, we're using a rug as an awning. Very nice. Oh, you're going to flex for us? Thank you. Oh, well. These. Not sure what these are supposed to be. They look good, though. I like that we have different levels here. Different shops. Cobbled sign, cobbled door. Very nice. I like those in the back. Those are tables with wedding lights, I think. Or some wall decoration. I like that the build goes all the way up. We can't get up there, but that hasn't stopped the build. Very nice. Again, just using the yard of Ald Velothi to completely reskin. I like the flower baskets up there as wall hangings. Lanterns. Use lots of lanterns and flags. And looks like all of the awnings are rugs. 2 different colors with the same style. Very cool. Lots of detail. All right, let me score this one and we'll move on. We are in Rishikisha 108's entry. To understand the meaning of the title of this house, you must know that Iride was my mother's name, and she was a seamstress. I dedicated a house to my mother who passed away some time ago. The title is just Iride's house. Iride? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Okay. The lighting is beautiful. Look at the glowy flowers. The glow from the windows. And the glowy is matched on the other side. There's some symmetry, but not, right? I like the street lights. Just gonna run over here, see if there's anything hidden. Nope, not over there. Okay. We have more steps. We have a puppy. Comfy little bed in there. Steps. What's up here? Oh. We built some extra on the balcony up there too. Okay. See, in this case, we've climbed the steps and we were rewarded with a little scene. Little hookah and table with wine. Very nice. All right. We have glowy butterflies and a geode. We have a terrarium outside made from a greenhouse. There's the hourglass. I will hydrate. Thanks, Jason. Okay, so they did not reskin the house like some others have done. They did make some additions up there, which I'm intrigued by. Yeah, we've got a nice assortment of glowy flowers, regular flowers, mushrooms, glowy mushrooms. Quite well done. I like how even the door is illuminated. And illuminated with flowers. That nice little green tinge to it. Not an overpowering amount. That's the problem with lighting, right? Sometimes it's too bright, sometimes it's too colored. I hear a music box. There's a music box. We haven't really had a whole lot of music boxes today. It surprised me. Oh, we have a vampiric stained glass. And a skull. Okay. And then this griffin feather is also a antiquity. So is the stained glass. Oh, we have a jack-o'-lantern over there. Beautiful fountain. I mean, it's simple, but it's really well done. Because we've got the different glowy flowers with the blue glowy candles, the bluish tones from the bottles. The toilet can be flushed That's impressive and fancy. I did not know those flowers would fit in that vase. That is good to know. Of course, we have the blue glowy vines. We have a light over the vanity, right? Fantastic. We have warmer light back here, which fits. I don't know, a kitchen or pantry without warm light just feels wrong, right? I'm a little sad that this purple light shines through. That's not really their fault. It's part of the game, but it does affect it a little bit, right? One of my favorite things about housing tours is all the, oh, I didn't know those fit together things that you do. Yes. And so you'll see something that's brand new that you've never seen before, and then all of a sudden you see it everywhere, right? Because people are so taken by it. Jack-o'-lantern over here, more glowies. We'll go down there in a moment. They've made this little nook up here. What book is this? Debella's Mysteries and Revelation. Okay, we've got a book of Debella. Lights in the windows. So from this direction, I like this glow bush here, but it does cast a purple glow into the kitchen. I think I would have chosen something else here, just because of that, because I don't know that this particular item is needed in this particular place. You know what I mean? I can see wanting to carry over the purple glow. I can see that though. Beautiful bedroom. I like that even the trunk has flowers. Definitely a small bed when you put it in the trunk of that tree. But I like it. I like it. It's cozy. Very cozy. Okay, should we check out the basement? Smoky down here. This is sauna. It's a sauna. It's a sauna. I kind of love this. The benches to sit on, the towels. Coals that you can put on. I like it. Very well done. This is a great room for it, actually. I wouldn't have considered that, but this is a really great room for it. I like the subtle lighting of the crystals, too. Very nice. Oh, did we find a floater? We found a floater. See it? This item here? I didn't notice until we were on the stairs. I found a floater. I like the counter with the flower box in it. Nice. Yeah, the lighting here is really well done. Like I said, I have one minor complaint, which is Which is always going to be down to personal preference, right? All right. Let's get this one scored. Did I miss the bottles over here? That's the only thing I missed, though. So I remembered after the fact that we had seen this area up here, and I don't know that we visited it. So we are going to check that out real quick. I hate when I miss things, but it does happen. So we have come back to this house, make sure we get everything. I don't know that we came upstairs at all. Okay, well, we missed more than I thought we did. I'm glad I came back. Okay, more glowies. I like the crystal shards in the windows. Adds a little something. So we have 2 looms and a spinning wheel. So seamstress or fiber artist. Oh, this is nice. The glowies with the hedge. There we go. And some stargazing. This would be a great spot for it on a less cloudy night, right? I like it. Let's see if there's anything else we missed, just in case. Got the tanning rack. Go up there. We did. That's right. Had the cozy bed. We've seen the cozy bed. We saw the basement, I think, right? This was the sauna. I think I was so excited by the sauna that we just left. I think that's what it was. Okay. Well, good. I'm glad we came back and saw the seamstress's office and the stargazing platform. Okay. We're going to move right along now. This is by Door 23. It is the same person who has the account, Marina. Custom built and decorated by Marina for her loyal companion, Bastian Hallix. After his loyal service for 20 levels, multiple battles with all Tamriel enemies, deaths and reincarnations, he deserved a home. And here it is, Ald Velothi Harbor House, where he can rest and prepare for yet another adventure to come. This is tall. Okay. So complete reskin. Hey, puppy. How are you? Okay. Bastian's horse. Oh, they took the wagon and sunk it in to make a doghouse. That's clever. They took a merchant cart and made it into a doghouse. We saw the dog when we first came in. There he is. There he is, climbing up the steps. He came to greet us when we came in. He has his own doghouse. Yeah, this is a cobble. The railing up there is made with windows. We have our crafting stations. All of our storage chests. Let's check out the next story. Oh, we have a porch swing. That's sweet. I like that. A porch swing. Oh, we have a friendly game going on. You know, I wasn't sure looking from down below about the windows as a railing, but it adds a pop of color and whimsy, especially with the sunflowers that I think I quite like. I quite like it. Little area under the stairs. We have a little carpet. Kind of wish there was something else here to find. Even if it was just a pillow and a book, you know? Wow, this is bigger than I thought it would be. Okay. Clothesline. Is this a washing machine? Is that a washing machine? It is. There's a laundry basket. Okay. Fargrave terrarium. And an Eleanor pedestal. And a Dres cup. That is a washing machine. Oh, hey Bastian. We have a sink. Beautiful flowers in the archways. A steamy bath. Another toilet. Toilet paper. That one used the, instead of using the crank that the last house that we saw toilet paper in had, this one uses a handle of a pot. The Nord crockpot covered. Love that. It's so overgrown you can barely tell there's a statue there, but it's there. What do we have here? Oh, hey Bastian, and not oh howdy sugar. I thought he was your favorite. He is, but we're not that friendly. We're not at that level. Flame moth and a bird cage. A bunny. Yeah, he and I are just co-workers. All right, so we have a refrigerator here, it looks like, with some wine and some fruit and a cake. Another sink. That was a bathroom sink. This is a kitchen sink. I like all the use of the sunflowers. We have a cobbled oven. I love it. The bread might be a little warm. I'd let that cool down before I tried it if I were you. Bunny's got a seat at the table. So does the kitty. Don't jump. Don't you jump. Don't do it. Okay. Ooh, that was close. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. Some extra color in here with the use of the rugs on the walls. This is an interesting cobble. I love that. Okay. I like, so it's a vampiric cabinet ornate. You can see through it. So it almost gives this like jelly cabinet look. And I almost want to see something in the cabinet that you can see, like the colored fabric or something. Like, I want there to be a little something to see. This is really pretty though. Really well done with all the flowers. So great use of the wedding curtains too. I find it very difficult to get the wedding curtains to line up with anything else I want to put around them. And this looks perfect. I don't know how long it took them to figure out what would work size-wise for that. But kudos to them. That is something that I have not been able to pull off yet. Bastian, did you paint this or are you just staring off into it? Mesmerized by it? No, he doesn't want to answer that question. He ran off. Checking out the view. And of course, pathing is one of the things that we are scoring this on. So always interesting to note what kind of pathing we have. Like the bunny, just checking us out. I like the Bastion's not just running around. He's stopping and doing things. Where'd the cat go? Up to mischief, I'm sure. I think that's all of it. This is pretty impressive. This, like I said, this structure is completely made by Door 23. Yeah, I like the use of color and the sunflowers. It just keeps everything light. It's relaxing and a little whimsical. Certainly a departure from his long days fighting baddies in Tamriel. Well, who are you waiting for? Bastian and I are already here. You don't have to wait for anybody else. All right. Let me score this one. This is NeruNeru's entry. It is just a Morag Tong hideout. So again, we can see the natural beauty of the house. It has not been reskinned. What do we have here? We have some fish. Fish ready to be cut up on a log. Okay. Oh, we have some targets. We have a shed. Well, if there was a horse, it's out right now. Liking the targets. Some laundry back here. Nice. Oh, do we have a grinding wheel? We do. We have a grinding wheel for sharpening the axe. Very nice. We're sharpening whatever. We have a puppy. Waiting for us, buddy. Okay. I wish we could pet pets in-game. That would be nice. All right. Oh, we have full shelves. I always found these shelves to be very difficult, especially when this house first came out. We really didn't have a whole lot of small furnishing, like knickknacks. So I found the shelves very difficult to figure out what to do with. These are filled in nicely. Towels and trunks and bottles and baskets. We're doing some planning here. We've got some maps and some figures. Either that or it's a D&D campaign, but I think this is some battle strategy happening. Planning the next mission. Oh, what's this with the map? Old world spreadsheets. Something's circled. Something's important there. I think they added the achievement to pet horses in every city in Elsewhere DLC. Was that one in Elsewhere? I know it was in Blackwood. Oh, I love the firewood stacked up next to the fireplace. We're making some armor back here. Yeah, you can pet things in High Isle too. Maybe it wasn't Blackwood. Maybe it was High Isle. I don't remember. It was Blackwood? Okay. Very nice. Added steam in the bathroom. Aha. Anything hidden behind any of these? I think so. They're just decoration. I don't think they're hiding anything. Grom, yes, yours was the first we visited. I started with EU. Oh, I like the little alchemy setup. Oh wow, look, all the clutter in there, the crystals and the bottles. Aw. Nick's adding a butterfly in the little cage with the... Oh. Is that his food? They've got the little lizard guy. Very nice. I like that they're growing their supplies right down here in the basement. Lots of reference books. Stuff growing right out of the staircase. That's great. Shall we go upstairs? Oh, there's a book off the bookshelf. Ancestors and the Dunmer Abridged. Okay. They wanted us to see that for sure. Oh, I like the addition of the pipe to the chimney. Lots of laundry. More books. What do we have? The Book of Dawn and Dusk, the Cantatas of Vivek, and Words of the Wind. Alrighty. Towels on each bed. Okay. I think that's all of it. All right, I believe that's everything. Let me score this one, and we will move on. This is Chalomar's entry, an attempt to build a hobbit house before High Isle release. Old-fashioned, but still a cozy cottage. Imagine that after taking an elven, boat at Greyhaven, Frodo has landed in Tamriel. He would probably have settled where the mushrooms are so big. Really like that it's covered in fall vines. Beautiful. I'm curious about this though, so let's look at this real quick. Very curious to see where this leads. Yeah, window box. Little table. It's cute. Nice little nook. Orcish tent there. That torch isn't quite touching the wall. Do you see that? Not quite touching the wall. This one is. This one's fine. This one's not quite touching the wall. That is really pretty. And then the flowers in the window, the flower boxes, also very pretty. Got flowers lining the walkway. Looks like maybe an outhouse. It is an outhouse. Alrighty then. Cute. Very cute. Rooster and a well. Okay. Some good color with the turquoise door and the yellow flowers and the pink flowers. The red and blue flowers. Very nice. I like that there's a little gate here. Hey, kitty. Okay. We have a music box. So it's a bit of a reskin. Bit of a reskin. I like the bench in the nook. We've got bathtub tucked back here. Remember, we close doors behind us. This is a large chandelier for the space, but I think it could work. I do like that there's a ladder for the bookshelves. Okay, this is neither here nor there as far as judging. But just a question for you guys. If you put bunk beds in the corner of a room, would you put the head, the pillow, towards the corner or towards the rest of the room? The bed is backwards. That's my thinking too. Anybody else? Feels backwards to me too. Blackwood tapestry works well here. Lots of maps. Headboard goes into the wall. I wonder if it's cultural or feng shui thing. Personally, I prefer my bed directed in the center of the room. Do you like your head towards the center? I always sleep backwards in real life, so I don't think my opinion counts. You would put the head against the wall? Yeah, I don't know that feng shui has a head towards the center of the room. I've never seen it that way, but... Oh, no, like in the center of the room, no walls touching it. Oh, okay. Maybe they just really like staring at the painting to fall asleep. Could be. Not a bad idea. This will not affect my scoring. I was just curious. And it seems we do have a mixed bag here. A hobbit doorway. Fountain in the corner. Oh, we have a fish tank. I have very similar fish tanks in my fish store. I like it. It works. Good use of paintings. I did not, but I will go back and do that. Have a little pantry here. Another use of the shed. Another sink. Some dishes in it. The fish tank is definitely well placed. I think these are just blocking the shelves. We're gonna peek and see if there's anything to see. Okay. This is what Beryl was talking about. We're gonna head upstairs. The tapestry. Found our music box. Well, you guys might be onto something. It seems like we like art here. Seems like we like art. Are we an artist ourselves? Looks that way. I like the way they created the gallery. These walls don't really lend themselves to hanging up paintings, right? But they took this lattice and they made their own. It reminds me of like an art fair. Pretty cool. Maybe because in that particular corner, having the bed the other way would leave a person vulnerable because they wouldn't see who opens the doors. In current position, the pillows are beyond the edge of the door for better viewing. Fair. We are an artist, and we have a couple areas set up, one for painting and one for relaxing. We have a gorgeous view, of course. Imagine if you could draw your own art and sell it to players. That would be awesome. Because there's a humongous red bird who comes to visit daily. This is pretty. These are so hard to score. They're all so good. Okay, let me score this one though. Right, this is Thunderrthigh's entry, an organic house with multiple outdoor areas for contemplation, relaxation, and entertaining, including rooftop gazebo and flower shower. Flower shower, what is that? Oh, this is Entangled. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's go peek over here, see if there's anything to see. Oh, there is. Look, there's a path. Oh. It is a cobbled couch out of mushrooms. I really like that. I really like the couch cobbled out of mushrooms. And I'm guessing there's a really good view here. Yes. It does look comfy, right? I'd hang out here, bring a book, curl up. Love the frilly skirt bit like Grandma's sofa. That's part of one of the mushrooms. That's fantastic. But you're right, it does add a little bit of something to it. And I'm sure it's precisely the reason they chose that mushroom as the base. You'd be afraid it was going to eat you, but you're paranoid. I don't know. It looks too comfy to worry about eating. We have our little garden. Okay, hopefully the chicken doesn't tear up the garden. They're known for doing that. So many bridges. So many bridges. What do we have back here? Oh, another sitting area. Oh, we have a water feature. This is really cool. Is that the bed? Oh, Telvanni mirror fungal and 2 dark elf beds. Interesting. Okay. A book to read. Robier's vegetable garden. Okay. Yeah, I may have to decorate Ald Velothi Harbor House after this. Anybody else have ideas? Ooh, okay. This has not been reskinned or really changed a ton in any way, but there's still some really unique elements here that I am digging. Okay, I like the mushrooms. I like the trellis, the wood elf trellis there, and I'm loving the couches. Okay, so I tend to go left to right, so... Oh! The door has a main. Yeah, the mushrooms as lamps are good. Oh, I knew we heard something coming from in here. We have a squirrel. Somebody spent some time. Speaking of subtle flex of things you can get for free in the game with some grind, the squirrel is one of those that I have not gotten for sure. The Flight of Griffins. Are you reading the book? Pretty impressed. I love the bookcases in the windows and the mushrooms here. Quite a bit going on there. Oh, the green lighting here is interesting. So this is more mushrooms. We have a mushroom garden. We have more mushrooms here. We have the fungal identification book. Is that what it's called? Forget. Mushroom classification book. Okay. Like that. The squirrel is entirely too cute. You're not wrong. So lots of squash and mushrooms. Mushroom soup. I like that they used... It's a well, but they used it as a stove. Right? There's like a grill underneath. And then the top of the well they covered with a scavenge plate. And so it looks more like a hood. I've always loved this wedding. Is it called the wedding trellis? Union trellis. Wood elf union trellis. I've always loved that achievement item. Love it, love it. And all of these new mushroom furnishings are really adding to this. I love the arched fireplace. It's a nice touch. Really love these couches. But they're actually dressers. I thought so. I was like, I don't think there's an actual couch in here. They use dressers as couches and added the druidic pillow, which works now. Now that it's not shiny, right? It works really, really well. Oh, and they propped up... Oh my gosh. They propped up the fruit with a Telvanni table base. Quite well done, actually. Quite well done. Okay, I'm going to go down. We'll go to the basement first. This is beautiful. It's chokethorn. I love it's got the green and the red, and it just works so well. They found the perfect items to bring those two colors together. We've got the waterfall. We've got the sound effects of the water. Multiple layers of water features. The green glow, I really like it. What are the rock things on the wall? Well, we can find out. Sulfur pools. Sulfur pools. Looks like the bottom of a sulfur pool. That is really well done. I like that quite a bit. Do those glow naturally or are they lit, Carol? The sulfur pools. You know? It's a great effect either way. Yeah, I like the mushrooms as lighting. The blue mushrooms are really pretty. You don't believe they glow? Oh, we've got some elsewhere windows. Creates a fantastic effect on the floor here. Adds a little something. And it works with this Telvanni chest fungal. Right? The fact that they're next to each other, I don't think is incidental. Same thing here. It works with the pattern of the fungal stuff. We have another couch made out of a dresser. And up against the blue stained glass and the blue wisteria and the blue bed. We've got this blue and orange going. So yeah. Oh, and then the flowers on the... That cobbled too? I think that's cobbled too. Hold on. So it's a desk. 2 desks. And then I think this is just a mirror. Yeah, the Telvanni mirror and 2 desks. Cobbled together. That's really neat. But the flowers just make it. Oh, and then they used a bottle with the key. See if we can get to it. Oh, Colovian projection crystal. I missed that. The skeleton key replica with the elixir bottle is really neat looking. Yeah, the skeleton key is a stopper. It's just that little detail, that little pop. And then the colors match the flowers. It's really quite well done. It's simple, right? But it's so well done. And it's proof that you don't necessarily need complex to make something pop. Speaking of, what the heck? Does anybody else really love this? This door. So this is the same stained glass as over here, but inset into the door. And I might be in love. It's just not something I've seen before. Okay, let's go outside. Oh, look at all the leaves on the floor here. That reskinned the patio. Oh, and this water feature. Heck yeah. Hey Air Bunny, how hard do you think it will be to decorate as a non-subscriber? Twice less slots and such. I think doing anything in the game is just harder as a non-subscriber, but it is certainly possible. There are tricks that we use to close off areas. So what you could do is you could get a house that has a higher limit naturally and close it off. So maybe this house, you're only decorating the yard. You're decorating half the space with half the items and that works. Does that make sense? So you may not be able to be as grandiose as some of your counterparts, but it's still certainly possible. But you may have to get creative and focus on smaller areas so that you can decorate it the way you want. It's really pretty. I mean, how detailed. We've got this shelf with a sink and a mirror outside. It's like an outdoor bathroom. How are the leaves? They are Argonian curtains laid down flat. Argonian curtains woven. Some houses are huge and look barren even with the full limit, like that huge castle on Gold Coast or something. They do. They do. And it's a struggle even with full limits. But it is certainly not impossible to enjoy housing without a subscription that doubles your housing limit. Certainly not impossible. Let's see. I think I missed a comment here. The life hack is to build on PTS, get all your furnishings for it, use EHT to copy the whole build to the live server during a free weekend, or just buy 1 month of Plus. Oh yeah, true. True, the free weekends are another possibility as well. Because when you put items in your house, they're not going to take them back out. So if you pull something out, you can't put something in to fill that space. But there are certainly going to be weekends that you can fill the house more. And yes, PTS would be the perfect place to get that set up. Just confirming that the sulfur pool does not glow, so that green room in the basement is expertly lit. I thought so. I thought so. Thank you for confirming, Beryl. Yeah, this home looks simple, but it's deceptive. It is so well done. The color, the lighting, very well done. I really like it. You say that about all of them? Elements, maybe, of most. Come on, let me open the door. Oh, got a collision issue. There we go. I mean, this one's not cobbled, right? It's not reskinned. But using these bridges is unique. I haven't seen that done yet, especially to this extent. And the coloring and lighting are so, so good. So good. And one of the things I always think about when I judge houses is this something I could come up with? I'm a mediocre houser, right? Mediocre at best. I have some good ideas sometimes, but ultimately I don't have some of these grand homes in me. But every so often, some technique or some combination will wow me. I love that you walked in and going, they didn't really reskin or anything in here and sounded very mad about it. And now you're loving it. It's not that I wasn't excited. I was stating, right? But I think when you're in a competition, I think when you're competing, especially when you're competing with some of the greats that we see in these competitions, you have to have something to offer, right? And a lot of times you're competing against complete reskins, complete cobbles, and that's difficult. It's difficult to pull that off. And so you have to bring something to the table. And so if you're not going to reskin, if you're not going to cobble, you really have to bring it in some other way. And I do think that this house has something special. Decoration is definitely unique and well thought out. Yeah. Yeah, there's some balance in here that's difficult to get naturally. There's innate talent in this house that I don't have, that I recognize. All right, I'm going to score this one and we'll move on. This is an entry from Benevelance. Gold Road Housing Corporation invites you to pre-purchase an exclusive, exquisite waterfront apartment in our aspirational new Velothi Marina development. You may visit the site, but although we forcefully evicted the house tenants some time ago, the construction is still behind schedule due to an ongoing protest by so-called eco-warriors, also known as the Tree Companions. Okay. This is going to be good. Okay, so we have a dumpster. Aw, it's a doll and a toy. I love the dumpster. That's fantastic. That is well done. Look at all this stuff in here. Oh my gosh. So well done. I mean, it pains me a little that the mushroom classification book is in the dumpster, but still so well done. Okay. And then we have the tree warriors, or tree companions. We have the eviction notice on the door. Okay, I kind of love that. Again, we're using the spool as a nail. And this is what we were talking about a minute ago, where in order to have space, you close off part of the house. So this entire build is going to be outside. Yeah, the sunflowers say save trees. Save trees. That's fantastic. And there's a squirrel. See the squirrel walking up and down the ramp? Oh my gosh. Got some rubble. More rubble, more sunflowers. I'm kind of sad I can't get up there and check it out. We have back here more rubble. Okay. Plenty of sunflowers, though. I can see the elements from here. We have tapestries and lanterns. It looks like we have a Xander and Ember. There's Bastian. Isabel. Tales of Tribute guy whose name is not in my head at the moment. Magic carpet mode and base game would be huge. Can I climb anywhere? Bragus, thank you. I'm gonna be able to climb up there. I don't think I can. This is such a great build. It's another deceptively simple, right? And again, if you needed more slots, right, you wouldn't have to decorate all the way back there. You could just put a hedge across. Block that off too, right? Another trick to filling a house without using a lot of item spots is just big items or items that come looking full. Like instead of using an empty bookcase, use a bookcase that already has a bunch of books on it. The wine rack that already has wine in it, that kind of thing. And so you have one item that looks like several, and that's one way to fill a large build. Yeah, this is funny. The squirrel is great. That's what you thought too? That it was a reference to the 95 Theses by Martin Luther? And not just an eviction notice? We were told they were evicted, right? Okay. I think that's all we can see from here. I love the dumpster. I love the idea. I love the story. The spool as a giant nail is great. Not sure if I remember seeing that specifically before. I've seen similar used like to hold up maps or something, but or not maps, the bounty posters. But usually it looks more like a thumbtack. It's pushed in a little bit further, right? Taking it out like that, like a giant nail, is pretty cool. All right, let me score this one. This is our last EU entry. This is Persephonya's entry. Enter the great wizard's enchanted home and marvel at his collection of oddities, both magical and mundane, which he has brought back from his journeys all over the whole continent and beyond. This house is to him a place to recharge and relax, as well as a place to study and practice his magic, and most importantly, of course, a place to showcase his shiny treasures. But all the blue. All the different blues in the game. Fairly well represented here. Okay. We have glowy mushrooms and wisteria and the well. The dark shade vines. We have a sky shard light. Moon's blessed ceremonial pool. We have stairs. The Marslock tree. Oh, here we go. More stargazing. Oh, they've already polished off one bottle. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Stone husk dummy. Definitely looks magical. Definitely looks magical. Okay, I think it's time for us to go inside. Kind of glad we're reviewing this one at night. Well, no, it's probably nighttime all the time because of the hourglass. I always forget that. Always forget that. Although there have been a couple that I would have liked to see at night because I think the lighting is something that would show up better at night. Bookshelves. More hints of magic with the floaty books. Room has a lot of orbs. It's kind of cool. Orbs and magical books and magical papers. All right, let's see what we have going on in here. There's our favorite mushroom classification book again. I don't know if this is a room I'd want to eat in. It looks a little dangerous in here, especially with this guy in charge. I love this book, by the way. Yeah, lots of orbs in this house. This is on tracks perilous. Seems fitting. So sitting area. Sorry, they put you in a cage, buddy. I don't know what you did, but hopefully they're just crate training you. Oh, we've got a shivering cheese. Oh, this is an interesting reading nook. Yet again, we have blocked off the basement with the basalt spring. However, this one doesn't show the floor at all. This is a third way that we have seen, 3 totally different ways that the basalt spring has blocked off the basement. What about glyphics? Definitely looks cozy back here. That new wedding planter. Very nice. Well, we can't go downstairs, so I guess we go upstairs. So magic houses are always a little bit difficult because I'm always looking for things that are floating, that aren't supported by anything. Like this geode is floating, right? But is that intentional? They said the house was magic, right? So I like how they decorated the first landing. This is a landing we were saying kind of, it's a little lackluster. It's easy to just kind of skip decorating the landing, but they blocked off the actual top floor. So they didn't have to decorate the top floor. They didn't have to decorate the balcony, but they did utilize the steps as bookshelves, which is really, really kind of cool. Yeah, when you have a ghost kitty chilling on the bed, all bets are off, right? Well, and maybe like if a dresser were floating, that's probably not intended. But when a geode is floating, could that possibly? I don't know. I don't know the rules of this realm. This is really cool. A lot of good use of antiquities, achievement furnishings. So how to get away from spam judging floating items, make it magical? To an extent, yeah. If I don't know if it's intentional or not, it's difficult for me to judge, right? Okay, nothing there. Double checking. I love how the universal theme in Ald Velothi is how much we all dislike those shelves by the door. I think we've only had one build that utilized the shelves. I mean, when I did houses, I had you come in and find floating items, so I know you have an eye for it. Yeah, and whenever I do a house, I have somebody come in too. Usually Beryl. Whenever I work on a house. Sometimes it just takes a second set of eyes to catch stuff. You know? You become blind to it after a little while. All right. That concludes all of our EU contestants. In part 3, we will be touring all of our NA entries. I'll see you next time.